Today we get to talk about how to stop slicing your driver. Let's get right into it.
That's important. That's number one right there. That's how you hit braver. We hear this all the time, and it's a little cliche. But what do people do with their driver, TJ?
They slice it badly.
They slice it way too much.
Yep.
We'll hear that pretty often when somebody like enters in a contact form submission with us, like, hey, I just freaking can't hit driver and I slice the heck out of it. It just drives me nuts. Mm-hmm. I hear it a ton. So why don't we talk about like the main like few flaws that we see that cause that and create that. I think number one, that's a really important topic to just talk on here is there's two different, like when you get the golf club to the top,
yep,
we can move the golf club really in kind of two different directions.
Okay. So that's one direction.
That's what, well, one direction,
okay,
the other direction. That's what I'm talking.
Interesting. Okay.
So if the club's up here,
yep,
so let's say I've just swung it up to the top. Okay, if I just start turning without doing anything to the golf club, see where that club went?
Yes. So the club head stays very vertical on top of your hands.
Yep, exactly. So I'm just turning. I'm not doing anything with my arms or hands.
Yes.
But the idea here, wrong map, would be that I swing it to the top and I need to get the golf club back to the ball. And one of the easiest ways to do that is right here. Now I'm back on it. It's out in front of me again.
Okay.
Wrong map.
Wrong map. Because that club's not organized in a way that's going to work.
Exactly. We call it geometry. Just where is the club moving in space?
Okay.
Right? So this would be bad geometry.
Yep.
It's over here because I'm rotated.
Absolutely.
But I haven't done anything to the club.
Okay.
Okay. So instead of that, what we want to do, the club from right here should actually move in the opposite direction.
Okay.
It's this way.
Yeah.
So this force right here, like if I just let the golf club go, whoop, that's the direction that we want it to go.
Yeah.
So this is the release, which is psycho. Right? Like, I want the ball to go there, and I just move the golf club there.
Huh. Yeah, so that's going straight, like, out away from you on the circle path. Like, a lot of our students have actually asked questions about this. You put a video out in the past called, like, angular force, right?
Yep.
That's kind of what you're showcasing here,
so
right?
This is actually called, so if we want to get crazy with this is from Michael Jacobs.
Okay.
So big credit to Michael Jacobs for doing this. So alphas are on this vector. This is a positive alpha.
Yep.
This is a negative alpha. So the club's going in this direction, a negative alpha force.
Okay, so the direction that you want it to go in is definitely not positive alpha.
Exactly.
It's negative.
It's negative alpha.
Okay.
Yeah, in this transitionary phase, negative alpha.
Okay, got it.
People are like, what? Right? Okay, so, and TJ brought up the second force, which is angular. Here, and I'll stand right over here, TJ. So like right now, if I've got the golf club hanging, which direction is it hanging?
Down.
Down, vertical. Okay. If I just start turning, where did it go?
That's angular force. Yeah.
Yes.
So it shoots out away from you.
Exactly.
Yep.
So think of a tetherball pole. If you take the tetherball and just go whoom, it goes this way around that axis, right?
Got it.
Okay, so the whole forward swing or like unload phase from the top of the backswing to your finish is just the combination of those two forces.
So negative alpha and angular force to shoot it out away from you.
At the same time. They happen together. It's not one after the other. They are immediate together.
I like
now,
that.
Players might feel it in a certain sequence based on their own like tendencies. Like somebody that gets up here and then their immediate like idea is to just rotate here and not do anything with the golf club. Also see another like general tendency from players is the face right now is nowhere near. See, it's pointing over there.
Yep.
And I want it to point towards the target.
Yep.
So they'll just go, I'll take care of that real quick.
Ah.
Right? Now it's square, thank
I
goodness.
see that all the time. What happens then though?
So now I've got to go block with the pelvis. So like extension is a great, if you've heard of shallowing, the golf club, shallowing means the golf club's moving over here. So if I extend with the pelvis, now it's shallowed. So it's this late extension shallow look, but look at where the golf club goes. So even though I got it shut early.
Now it's just going to open like crazy from there.
Exactly, because I can't release it anymore.
I get you.
Just the forces, like again, it's just force combinations in the golf swing that just like either allow for certain things or don't allow for others.
Got it.
So the trippy thing here is like when I'm going negative alpha, look at where the face is pointed.
camera, basically.
At the camera.
Yeah.
And I don't want to hit it there.
No,
I want to
you
hit
don't
it
hit
there.
there.
So this is the scariest thing on earth.
Especially for somebody that already slices it.
Exactly.
Right? Okay.
So you're going to have to get over it.
I like it.
Okay?
Get over it, man.
You got to get over it. But because now, like where the golf club is situated, if I'm turning, see the direction that the club is coming from? It's coming from more of an inside path here.
Yes.
And going that way, which is scary too, because the direction of the club is going which direction?
Right.
To the right, and I don't want to hit it there, and that's the way I have to swing it now.
Yes.
It's maps.
Yep.
Okay, so these two, like if you just watch this does not look like a golf swing. So if I just swing it up here to the top and just let the club go negative alpha,
doesn't look like a golf
doesn't
swing.
look like a golf swing. Watch this though. If I go turn and negative alpha, which will create my angular and negative alpha together.
You got something that looks like an actual path of the golf club there. Yep.
That's it. So like if you're this guy where you just turn and go there,
Miles,
I mean,
right.
You'll see how much that thing is like, the club is over and moving in here. The main thing we got to do is we got to change that pattern, which is going to feel like the most foreign thing that you've ever done in your golf swing.
100%.
But you could do a lot of little exercises here where we're going backswing, and in general, see how the shaft is fairly tall?
Yes.
Like it's not over here, it's here.
Yes.
I need it here because I need this space to operate in.
Got it.
If I swing it back and it's in here,
you're not going to be able to go
I
that
don't
way.
have room to move,
Understood.
right? So it's fairly tall. Again, generally tall. We need to feel that negative alpha. I mean, we call this windshield wiper exercise. We feel this go this direction.
Been doing
and
that.
So if I go windshield and turn my chest at the same time, all of a sudden that looks more like what we see the best players in the world do.
That looks like your rehearsal when you actually go to hit a shot on the course. It's like my favorite thing. You just go.
Yeah, it is, because where my stupid brain wants to go is there, just like everybody else on the planet.
Fair.
Okay, so I have to, like, even now, I've been doing this since I was freaking 12. I still have to give myself these rehearsals on the golf club gets to move here as I turn my chest, and that's into impact.
Love it.
So you could do these like little like half swing two pieces where you just turn, it's kind of tall, and then feel here, there.
Love it.
And even there, like, see how that ball's starting to move?
Tumble draw. Yeah.
Exactly. We'll hopefully be able to see that on camera, so we kind of see that draw pattern. And once you do that a couple of times, like, the whole purpose of a drill is to leak that sensation into your actual swing. But you could do it at slower pace, setting up, going, I know where this is going to work in this kind of tall plane into here and turn, so I'm never stopping. Here, negative alpha, turn and hit.
Beautiful.
So that's like, I don't know, 100 yards, 120 yards.
Right. But that's a great way to train it at first, right?
Exactly. And hopefully we can just slow that down. And I'll just use this one.
Okay.
We can slow that down and kind of see just in general where that club is moving in this space. And then that angular force that we'll have from just rotating.
Heck yeah.
But the big thing, again, we need both forces. If you just go negative alpha and never let it go, that's not going to be any good.
No.
So as it's going in here, as I turn, it has to shoot out and around. See how the golf club's going this way? It's going around my spine.
So the combo of negative alpha and angular force, all as basically one motion, gets the energy out of the club head appropriately.
And honestly, kind of who cares about like what the player's pattern is who creates this buck slice, whether this person that like close it down really early, or I just turn early without organizing the golf club. Just understanding where the club is designed to move.
Yep.
Right? It's in that vector.
Already that's going to blow
some
people's minds right
there. So if I'm going here and I turn at the same time, but I let this energy out, that's the whole frickin' map, dude.
I love it. I think already that right there is going to help a ton of people. What I'd love to see before we kind of end this video, can I see what it looks like when you big poppy one? Like, obviously trying to do the same system, the same map, but what's it going to look like when you actually kind of mash one?
It's in that plane. Hopefully we can execute that.
Wow.
So not bad.
I mean, that's 320 carry, bro. So
yeah,
not bad at
and
all.
you don't have to, like, what's really cool too is like when you're comboing those forces, dude, you get like so much more out of it. Like it just loads up like all proper systems. It loads up the shaft in the right direction. And so you don't actually have to work that hard to really execute like a good efficient ball that has some zing to it. You're like, ooh, that felt nice, but I didn't work all that hard.
Love it.
Negative alpha and angular, man.
Beautiful.
It's the whole thing.
Love it. That's how to not slice your driver.
to not slice your driver and get it just organized, for sure. Last thing here, and we say this at the end of every single conversation that we have on YouTube, is you're going to have questions on this, like especially those two forces, just in general, like what the heck are those two forces? And then how to like feel them out. And so as you go and work on them and practice this, ask us. We'd be happier than heck to answer like any questions that you guys have. And please subscribe to our channel. We love helping you guys out.